All right, in this section, we're going to talk about chords and scales and harmony and how it applies to the neck of a bass guitar. Now, I'm going to attempt to go through a lot of stuff and cover a lot of ground in a fairly short period of time. So, you know, music isn't something you can learn in one day. It's like a language. And you didn't learn to speak in one day. No, when you were a kid, you learned the different vowel sounds, and then you learned a few letters, and then you learned words. So you learn a little bit every day, and music's the same way. So if you get to a point where you're not really understanding what we're doing, just go back and review the stuff that you've learned, and then eventually you'll be ready for the next step. And at the end, when we've covered all the ground here, I think you'll have a really good basic knowledge of harmony and scales and how they fit on a bass neck. And it'll open up a whole new world of stuff for you to work on and discover by yourself. So, what makes a scale? There's 7 notes in a scale. Let's start in G. First note is your root or tonic. In this case, the G. You've got your second, which is the A. A third, the B. Fourth, C. Fifth, D. Sixth, E. Seventh, F sharp. And back to your tonic or octave, which is G again. Well, let's review. We've got G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, G, F sharp, E, D, C, E, A, G. And when you're playing these scales, try to keep your hands nice and close to the fretboard. Avoid this kind of action that I see people doing a lot. Because the idea is to make playing as easy as possible. And if you get your hands in these basic positions, it requires a lot less work, and that's what we're going for. All right. Now, the other cool thing about playing a bass guitar is that once you learn the fingerings for these scales, you can move your hand around and start on any other tonic, and using the same fingerings be able to play the same scale. So, let's take the same fingerings and start with a C on our E string and play a C major scale. So we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Let's try it again. Remember to let every note ring out to its fullest with a nice, pure tone. So why don't you practice and try to play all the different major scales on the neck using the same hand positioning, just starting on different roots or tonics.